The United Arab Emirates, consisting of just 7 emirates, which are like little individual countries known as Emirates, hence UAE. Starting with the capital, Abu Dhabi, then Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Quwain, Ras Al Khaimah, and Fujairah. But let's come back to Sharjah dead quickly. And did you know that there was a tiny enclave with another enclave on this map? Here it is close up. So basically, outside of this is the UAE, but inside this enclave, it belongs to another country, Oman. But then, what if I was to tell you that there's another enclave within Oman that belongs to the UAE? Yeah, my brain hurts. So after travelling around the Far East for a bit, we're now in the Middle East. In fact, this is Dubai, but there's one thing that I really had to check out, and that's this mad geographical anomaly that's so bizarre there's no border controls. It's the weirdest flex to say that you went to Oman whilst you're in the UAE. This is the story between Madha, Oman, and Nahwa in Sharjah. But why is it like this though? Well, during the 1800s, the enclave was actually part of Ras Al Khaimah, and then it was taken back to Sharjah and then wondered whether their allegiance to Oman would be better for resources and wealth. So therefore, the townspeople agreed to have an enclave of Oman within the UAE. But then the townspeople of Nahwa, which is within the Oman enclave, disagreed and wanted to remain loyal to Sharjah. So they met with a compromise. This. Now for normies that go on holiday in Dubai, they're likely to be like, I'm just going to go to the beach. But then for jogger peeps, hikers and adventurers, this is gold. This is one of the most bizarre geographical anomalies in the world, with the exception of the mad migraine that's going on between India and Bangladesh. And that's simplified. So in this video, we're going to check out both places and see if it's worth a drive out of Dubai to go and see it. So Madha is an hour and a half drive from the centre of Dubai, but you're going to need a car. There is no public transport to here. There's a few entry points. The first one of which is the Wadi Shiz, or Wadi Shiz Park, which is a cute little park area and it's great for hikers to get a feel for the place. It's also one of the most dramatic entrances because of the mountains, and of course the hazy dew from the UAE sun. Also, I recommend doing this in the winter months as you'll probably cook in the summer. This part of the country has less air pollution, meaning that the sun penetrates the skin quicker. Following the odd sighting of a few snakes, you'll find this odd looking plinth, which is actually the demarcation line separating both the UAE and Oman enclaves. This is quite extraordinary to see as well. So that's one way to get in. The other one is to actually venture into the city of Khor Fakkan, where we'll revisit later at the end of the video. So right now we're parked along the border with Madha, and just to show you what I mean by that, here's a short snippet of me trying to explain it without microphones. This is the map where Madha actually is, so you can see there's clearly a borderline that says Oman. We're on the UAE side. Just on our right turn is going to be Oman. And as we leave the car park and exit Khor Fakkan city, all we have to do is just turn right. And just like that, we're in Oman. The Madha enclave is so bizarre because you can see the UAE in its entirety, but you are literally in a different country. I should also mention that your telephone provider as well changes when you're in this enclave, so just be careful if you are using data. Madha is actually a quiet little town, but I have heard it's quite normal to be this quiet during the day. Some attractions include the waterfall, Suruj Dam, and a museum that has relics that are actually older than Christ. That's mad, huh? Get it? Oh, but what's that over there I see as I walk towards without my stabiliser? On Madha. And I think on the back of it, United Arab Emirates. So I'm currently recording from the United Arab Emirates, and like literally as I do this, I'm back in Oman. I just think that's wild though, that there's no border control at all here. This is one of many exclave and enclaves in the UAE and Oman that are shared between both countries, but this one's by far one of the most peculiar. And it's definitely worth a day out if you love geography. With that endorsement well and truly sorted, we're back in the car and we're going to crack on onto Nahwa, which is a straight road, but doesn't come without its problems though. My car doesn't like that at all. I cannot get around that. It's still a rather unique drive though, because you pass by shops that actually only sell Omantel stuff, fruiterers, drives, and of course little wadis you've got to cross through. And then eventually you'll hit Suhub Dam, which is one of the tourist points on this route. And there's also a few hiking trails along here as well. But before long, we're nearly there, and we approach this sign. But don't be confused by it, take the one that takes Al Nahwa, not the Oman border. That's a completely different road. And by speeding up by 400%, we are now entering the United Arab Emirates once again. And in case you didn't notice, it is Sharjah. Right hand side. Sick. You are in the UAE, just to remind you. It's quite funny because you can tell that you're back in the UAE other than the flags fluttering around. Because there's like modern villas, a new park, governmental buildings. The difference can be stark sometimes. But at the top of this mountain you get this view, where the town is literally surrounded by Oman. It's still super fascinating to think that this place changed hands and loyalties so many times in its history, and it's decided to settle upon what this is today. So this is it. United Arab Emirates, Nahwa. So over there. Not quite in the middle. That's the only thing. And then on this side, this is so cool. Right. Sultanate of Oman. Nahwa. I know it doesn't seem like there's a lot to do here, or indeed in Madha, but it's more of the fact that you're in one of the world's strangest, yet fascinating geographical anomalies, all because they were loyal to different rulers. The world's such a weird and fascinating place. So after a short visit, we head back into the UAE via Oman. This is really starting to hurt my head, and if you're feeling hungry, or indeed feeling that was a little bit boring, well, there's a place that might top it all off, literally, at the top of this mountain, which has a spaceship-looking restaurant with panoramic views of the city. And that concludes our visit to the world's strangest geographical anomaly. I think if you're really into geography and you like stuff like that, this is definitely worth the day out, to hire a car and drive all the way to Khor Fakkan. Also at the same time, you can explore Khor Fakkan in all of its entirety. The east of the UAE is much clearer and much more friendlier, calmer and more natural compared to the west, where it's all very built up. So Car About the World is going to be spending a little bit of time in this part of the world for the next little while, so do expect some videos of this region in the next coming months. I just want to thank everyone who's subscribed so far and followed the channel up until this point. Your support matters to us. But if you want to keep supporting the channel and you want to know more about unusual things, things off the beaten track, and to travel the world better, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and following us on all our socials. Thanks again everybody, and I'll see you later.